Hi, this is Eugenia Mitchell, host of At Home with the Mitchells. Thanks for listening to the following podcast on Public House Media.
Work, love, play are the greatest balance wheels of our being. Hello, welcome to Choose to Rise. I am so grateful you're here with me on April 1st. No, it's not an April Fool's joke. We are here, we are alive, we are abundantly happy because it is a new month, it is a new opportunity for change, it is a new way for you to just grow and love and be served today. And I am so excited to be coming to you today and just being able to encourage you. So today I want to talk with you a little bit about this kind of new world that we're living in, right? A new normal we've kind of developed here. And so I want to help you by staying healthy while working from home. And this is a topic that hopefully you've been getting from me this whole time, but let's just be really direct with it here, right? A lot of people feel like working from home is going to be a lot easier. Like it's just a lot better opportunity for you to be healthy. And while in theory, it seems like it's easier to be healthier when you're working from home, there's not all that office snacks junk. You can cook healthy meals. You can work whenever you want. It's super flexible, right? Win, 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 right? Isn't that all it's supposed to be? Well, in reality, however, it probably looks something very different, right? You're slumped on your couch. You're wearing your workout clothes all day. Let's be honest. I wear workout clothes every single day. Tapping away at your laptop, maybe eating peanut butter out of the jar. Maybe I've done that. But creating a healthy work-life balance is really hard. Sometimes when you live in the same space that you work. And this is something that I've had to figure out over the last couple of years. And I want to share these tips and strategies with you as not only a healthy and happiness coach, but also just as someone who has experience from working from home. And I know that a lot of people have been kind of thrown into this new world of working from home. And I want to be able to help you and encourage you. Maybe you've been at this for a couple weeks now, maybe almost close to a month. It's crazy to think that we've been in this new normal for a while now. But as someone who's been here, as someone who's been there in this situation, I want to talk with you about how I've been able to maintain a healthy lifestyle through it all and been able to find that work-life balance that is so needed in this time of world, especially now as our worlds have collided and we're bringing all of our work home and expected to stay isolated from others and do all these things. So there are undeniable benefits from working from home. The freedom, the flexibility, those are things that I value the most. Working familiar surroundings, no coworkers to distract you, no one stopping at your cubicle, no one stopping at your desk, no one stopping in your office to tell you about their pet or their kids or what opportunity, is knocking at their door. But there are lots of other things. There are kind of some downsides of this as well. Like working from home is not for everyone, for sure. In fact, a lot of people need some distraction. A lot of people need some of those interruptions in the day because they need that connection from people. Thankfully, I've got lots of connection with people around me through social media and through interactions with things like Zoom. And I just get out and I follow the tips that I'm going to give you here, right? There's lots of other not helpful distractions about working from home too, though. Like that flexibility and that freedom oftentimes gets pushed to the other extreme where there's Netflix, where there's sleeping in, where there's no punch clock and you just have to get your work done. And then time gets away from us and things get kind of crazy, right? Plus, when we're working from home, it's super easy to skip workouts, our regular meals, social interactions, maybe even sleep because you have to get things done, or that you just don't consciously have a structure of your environment to promote those healthy habits. So I'm going to give you some 10 practical strategies today to help you stay active, eat well, and get your work done in the world from working from home, okay? So the first strategy that I have for you is to create a designated work area. Your physical surroundings must be conducive to a work mindset. This is the one that I had to kind of figure out right away when I first came home working from school. I needed an office. So we converted this tiny little storage room, which was a child's bedroom at one point, like a nursery right off our bedroom. It's just a space where I have a desk where I can sit and work and I can close the door at the end of the day, which is my last tip for you. I will talk about that. But how you can really just create a zone for yourself and leave your work in that space. Now, there are definitely times where I take my laptop and go other places. You guys follow me on social media. You see that I work from my living room, from my kitchen table. But most of the time I'm working right here at my desk because this is the space that's designed for that. It's super crucial to avoid sending emails from the sofa and designate areas. Like when I find that when I'm starting to really work in other spaces, I start to blend those zones. And it's really hard to get in that workspace and that work mindset when I'm in other spaces in my house. Environment matters. And so when you're choosing the area of your home to work, consider factors like location, lighting, noise level, physical comfort. Pick a clean, quiet space with minimal distractions, and then tweak the space to your liking. Maybe make the chair super comfortable. Turn your desk to face a window like I do. Organize your materials, display frame photos. You guys can see things behind me. Maybe add a plant or two. I have a super black thumb, so there's no plants in here. But research shows that even adding a couple of plants to your workspace can definitely soothe you and lower your stress levels. For me, that's candles. And so I always have a candle sitting on my desk. And while I'm working, it's lit. The second strategy I have for you today is schedule your day. I don't know how many times when I feel chaotic, when I feel like things aren't going the way I want to, it's because I haven't scheduled out my day. It's super critical to create a structure for your day, even if it's a loose outline to help you stay on track. And one thing that I've done in the past is I've scheduled things into my Google Calendar. So a little flag comes across my screen that says, hey, it's time to do this now. And first and foremost, set a clear start and finish time for your workday. Your at-home workday may be shorter or longer than a workday at the workplace, but it still needs to have its own schedule. This includes scheduling a lunch break, time for meetings, phone calls, plus realistic things like taking out the trash and making sure that your bed is made and getting in a shower and a workout. When creating your schedule, consider the time of day that you feel the most energized and the most alert. And that's the time of day that you should be putting the most crucial things of your schedule into. Avoid the times that you are prone to distraction and that you are going to be tired or feeling sluggish in the day. Optimize your day by organizing the tasks that are super important into the time slot when you feel the most energized and at your very best. The third strategy I have for you, and this is so key and vital, I learned this the hard way, was to prep meals and snacks. I thought that since I'm not going to work someplace else, I didn't have to prep all that stuff ahead of time. But nutrition is so important to staying focused, energized, and productive throughout the day that you really need to make sure that you are having a concrete plan for your nutrition just as much as if you were gone away from the home. And so having that plan, being productive, and when you're hungry and your blood sugar is getting low, you want something that you can grab and go, not something that you have to wait 20 minutes or 30 minutes to prep and then make and then eat, right? So much like eating healthy at the office, we would often say that you need to keep eating nutritious foods at home, keep your kitchen stocked with healthy foods, and meal prep according to your week what it's going to look like. I do my best. I'm most productive in my day when I have grab and go meals, especially for lunch. I can make my breakfast with my kids in the morning. I can eat there and be fine. Definitely having things ready to go is helpful in the morning, but definitely when I'm the most productive in my day is when I have my lunches ready to go, where I can grab them, eat them in another space, and then come back up to my office and be productive the rest of the day. Limit sugary drinks and foods such as refined carbs. For example, white bread and baked goods, try to keep those things limited. Go for more whole grains and things that are going to help you, sustain your energy over time. Right? So instead of stocking your fridge with all the sugars and the refined stuff, the packaged stuff, try stocking your fridge with fruits and veggies, whole grains, and lean proteins. These are vital for your body to be able to process them correctly and to use them effectively as energy. To minimize temptation and prevent overeating or munching on cereal for lunch or whatever just happens to be in your fridge, making sure that you you're planning your meals ahead of time and pre-portioning your healthy snacks out. Snacks on it like an orange with a handful of nuts, plain yogurt with berries, hard-boiled eggs with a tomato, or hummus with carrots, whole grain crackers, or red pepper strips. Those are awesome tips and meal snack ideas for you to have on hand. And so making sure that you have kind of a plan for you. And if you're looking for a plan like that, how to create a plan like that, you can head over into my Instagram at KJPMeyer and find it linked in my link tree on my profile. I have a great planning tool for you to be able to schedule out your meals, schedule out your life, and just feel in control of that. The fourth strategy I have for you is to schedule a workout into your calendar. If you follow me on social media, you know self-care is so important to me, and my workout in the morning really helps energize me. It's super easy to skip workouts when you're hustling from home, but make time for a solid sweat session. And you're definitely going to have a lot of mental health benefits and physical health benefits. Aside from improving your overall fitness, research shows that regular workouts can also help lower your stress level, increase your energy, which in turn helps you stay more focused and more disciplined in your day. The key to making workouts happen at home is to make it a part of your calendar. If you don't schedule it, it's not going to happen. Just the same way as you would schedule all of your work meetings, have that meeting with yourself and your trainer where you can push play on something like Beachbody On Demand, just like me, and you could be able to have that early morning sweat session, maybe even go to the gym, but whatever it might be, make sure there's a slot for your workout. Maybe the best time I feel like is early in the morning, but if it works better for you in the evening and you need to just de-stress before you go to bed, do that as well. Number 5, relax within reason. Working from home means that you're the luxury of taking an occasional break without having to keep an eye out for your boss or be worried about what other people think about what you're doing and when you're doing it. However, if you're not careful, a well-intentioned mini break can easily turn into a Netflix marathon or hour-long nap. You really want to make sure that you are keeping track of your time and that you are taking breaks, because mental health breaks matter. Like, you can only focus for so long. And so instead of dozing off for a couple hours, maybe you cook a healthy meal, maybe you free write or draw, maybe you go outside and take a walk, maybe you push play on some yoga and you just get something else done. Getting up and walking around my house is definitely something that I find valuable. I have a dog, so that's kind of a default break in my day where I take her outside, throw the ball for a little bit, getting some fresh air, but really just moving around in my day really matters. Number 6, sit down to eat. I know, not necessarily saying at your desk, I'm saying sit down to eat. It's normal to plow through your workday without stopping to refuel, but according to this research, scheduling a time for breakfast, lunch, and dinner can actually help facilitate your productivity. Why? Well, because skipping meals leads to fatigue and consequent lack of concentration. So now that you know that you need to make sure that you're prepping your meals and that you have them available to you, it should be super easy for you to grab that meal. This is a great time to relax. Maybe you turn on Netflix. Maybe you just sit in the quiet and watch nature outside. Maybe you take your meal outside and enjoy nature outside as you fuel your body and get ready to get going. But this is super important that you have easy access to your kitchen at home, where you have meals prepared, snacks prepared for you, and that you're not just going on and like grazing throughout the house all day long, but that you are really cognizant of when you're eating and what you're eating in the day. While you sit down to eat a meal at your kitchen table, not again at your work desk, shut down your electronic devices, practice mindful eating, take small bites, chew your food, and notice the flavor and the texture of your mouth. Enjoy the food that you've worked so hard to prepare for yourself. Enjoy the food that you're going to be fueling your body with. Tip number 7, get out of the house. Now, I just kind of blended this with number 6, but make a point to leave your house without your car at least once a day. Maybe bike to a friend's house for lunch, take your dog or your kids to the park. Replace a coffee break in your kitchen with a walk to the nearest coffee shop, or just a walk around the block just to get yourself out and about, get the blood flowing in your body, and to kind of reduce the habit of sitting in the day. By getting out of your house, you get some much needed social interaction, you enjoy some new scenery, you get a lot of all that fresh air in your body, and you're able to just keep your body moving. Now, pro tip, you need more than moving in a day than you think. There are lots of ways to get 10,000 steps in a day, but I would really say not focus so much on 10,000 steps as much as getting your heart rate up and just moving your body at least 5 minutes every single hour. Number 8, drink plenty of water. I must admit, this is definitely an area that I lack in throughout the day. I get up here to my office, and if I don't get myself out of my office like I should, I don't drink enough water in a day. So I try to keep a big cup sitting right here on my desk at all times, and staying hydrated throughout the day really helps to reduce fatigue and headaches, and which often comes from dehydration. And you can definitely stay more alert and be more productive. Aim to drink half of your body weight in ounces in a day. So if you weigh 150 pounds, you want to drink 75 ounces of water. If you weigh 100 pounds, you want to drink 50 ounces of water. Make sense? So if you're struggling here, there are lots of ways that you can do this. A couple would be to add in some flavoring like fruit, make it ice cold, make it room temperature. I like room temperature drinks. That just goes down my system a lot better. Make it available to you. Maybe you're always carrying something with you. Having a jug, having a cup of water in front of you all the time makes you or maybe even putting little timers on your, in your watch or your computer to make sure you're drinking more water. Number 9, take mindfulness breaks. Yes. Every hour or so, get up, take a deep breath, be mindful of your comfortable surroundings, take time that you need to get outside, do something different, peek outside, look at the flowers, go someplace else and do something different. This will give your mind a break. It will help you be more focused when you come back to the task, and it will help you just get up and move. How many times have I said that today? Get up and move throughout your day. Sitting is the new smoking. And when we're at home, super comfortable, it can be super easy to just sit and do things, right? But I want to make sure that you're being mindful of the opportunities to get up and move around your house, taking focused breaks from your activities, and that you can really come back to the task and be super dedicated to what you need to get done and more productive. And the last tip I have for you, develop a shutdown ritual. Now, this one is really good for ending a workday, but it's also really good for just ending a day in general. So in a traditional office setting, when it's kind of the end of the day, right? You kind of pack up your things and you start to head home. There's just signals and cues of kind of things that are happening to make sure you are getting out the door in time, right? But when you're already home, the lines of work and home are really blurred, and you don't always allow your workday to simply kind of end, right? We often let it bleed into the before and after work schedule just because you're at home. So while this is super helpful to have a routine that simultaneously signals the end of the workday, this also helps you transition away from emails and work projects. You kind of have a shutdown ritual that is simple, super simple at closing your laptop, storing it out of sight, or doing something different like just closing the office door, which is why it's really big on having a dedicated space for you. And so instead of leaving yourself walking all over the house and having a work with you everywhere, have a routine. For me, it's typically, until now, it was typically the time that I had to go get my kids. I knew that I had at 3 o'clock, I had an alarm that went off on my phone that I had about 15 minutes to get things wrapped up and kind of set up for the next phase of our day. So I would get snacks out for the kids. I would make sure I wrapped up my work so that I would be 100% focused on my children when they came home at the end of the day. Now it looks a little bit different. With them home all the time with this virus thing that's going on. But we still have a routine, and I try to stick to my school and my routine as much as possible. And maybe it's a little bit later in the day and things are a lot more flexible, but really when I'm the most productive in my day is when I stick to a schedule and I follow these 10 strategies. So if you've got nothing from me today, don't let the comfort and familiarity of your home get in the way of your work productivity and your health. By organizing and scheduling your work and home tasks and creating physical and mental boundaries, you're going to be able to establish a healthy balance that will help you and your workplace and your family all feel comfortable about you working from home and doing what's best for you at this time. So I hope that something that will work for you today, some little strategy, a little workplace humor, a little something to kind of structure your day and make sure that you're most productive and happy and healthy going forward. If you need any help in this area, please reach out and let me know. I love to support you. I'd love to encourage you in any sort of way and be a guide for you. That's my job. I'm a health and happiness coach, and I'd be happy to serve you and help you be your absolute best during these crazy times that we have right now. So if I would love and appreciate it if you would share this with someone who needs to hear it, share this on your social media, tag me on Instagram, tag me on Facebook. Let me know what you love and what other topics you want me to talk about here, because it's my 100% goal is to help you rise up out of your current situation to live your best life. Thanks for joining me today, and I hope to see you back here again next week. We have lots of great topics to talk about, but I wanted to hear from you and see you back here again. Have a good one.